turning a mess into a masterpiece, and just how to do that. Your perspective now is not based on world circumstances. Your perspective now is based from a spiritual perspective, from the God self. Trust your angelic self. Hi, welcome back. This video is about turning a mess into a masterpiece and just how to do that. Hi, and welcome back. It's good to be here. I love having you here. So come on in and have a seat. I'll explain. Usually I use myself as an example. This time I'm going to use an individual as an example, because it's too good. It's just too good. All right, so this individual experienced extreme trial and tribulation. So I'll list off some of the things that this individual experienced. They experienced unfairness, injustice, spiritual attacks, outright attacks, not physical, but outright attacks through the legal system, and slander, character assassination, false DCF allegations, and unfairness through the court, through the judge, taken for a ride by a lawyer. So when I say that it was a living hell, it literally was a living hell. And to witness it, I love this individual. And to witness it, I had several heartbreaks along the way, which actually deepened into more self-love. And that's what I'm talking about today. How heartbreak and heartache deepens into self-love when we let it. When we let it. So this living hell that this individual was experiencing went on for almost 3 years. Okay. And at the time that they were experiencing all of this, it was one after another, all that whole list that I said, it was one attack after another, after another, after another, after. It was relentless attacks. And none of the accusations naturally were true. So this individual experienced hell. And as a result of that, they had nowhere to go externally. And this is how spirit works at times. So they had to go in. And the more this individual went in, the more self-love they experienced. And as they went further in and deepened, the self-love grew. And as the self-love grew, it affected their whole perception set. Today, this individual is what I call a man on fire. Focused, confident, strong, and a man with nothing to lose. It is an amazing thing to watch someone take a mess and make a masterpiece out of it. This individual has totally flipped everything. Everything that was aimed at him, all of the attacks, all of the slander, everything that was aimed at him, he stored it, recorded it, stored it, and took it all and made this big energy ball. And through the legal system, he took that energy ball and he basically said, return to sender. He had so much ammunition from all the attacks that he was able to flip the entire script. Now that is making a masterpiece from a mess. What my point is in saying this for you today is that you are not going through anything. Everything that you are experiencing is going through what you are. So as it goes through what you are, and you may experience pain, betrayal, heartache, heartbreak, like I said, right? Depression, a myriad of low vibrational feelings. If you go in and keep going in and keep going in, the outside world gets quieter and that inner voice gets louder. And self-love begins to grow and grow and grow and grow. We are infinite, multidimensional beings. And at the core of us is absolute love. At the core of what an individual with a soul is absolute love. That is the core. I can guarantee you that you can take the mess that is moving through you, moving through what you are, and make a masterpiece of it. You can do this. I've seen it. I've done it myself. And it's a miracle. It is literally a miracle. So instead of seeing yourself as a victim to circumstances, the deeper you go in, the farther back you will go. And the farther back you will go, the better perspective you will have, because you'll see more and more of the picture. You'll see more and more of the plan. Now, this individual didn't know when they started the divine plan, You'll see more and more of the divine plan. Now, this individual did not know when the attacks and the injustice started that there was a bigger divine plan. They were so close to it, they could not see. All they could do was experience. They couldn't get their clarity. They couldn't get their perspective. They couldn't get their bearings. Their soul could just not reckon with what was happening. And as they deepened, they shifted farther back. And shifting farther back, the clear perspective came. And now, instead of seeing themselves as a victim to circumstances, they see themselves as victorious. We are alchemical masters, and we have the innate ability to take everything and use it for good. We have the ability to take everything that is upside down and flip it right side up. We are alchemical masters. Remember that cartoon, Masters of the Universe? That's talking about what you are, beloved. And, taking a mess and making a masterpiece is not exclusive to one individual. It is innate in every living being with a soul. So if you really, really want to shift from victimhood to victorhood, from victim consciousness to victory consciousness, then you must go in. You must go in. The external world must be shut off, and you must go in. And as you go in, yes, there'll be up days, there'll be down days, there'll be different days, there'll be great days, there'll be lazy days, there'll be all of the human experience days. As you go in, your clarity will grow, and so will your self-love. And you will begin to trust, because your perspective now is not based on world circumstances. Your perspective now is based from a spiritual perspective, from the God self. And when you're seeing from the God self, things become crystal clear, everything. This individual did not know that they were being called to expose the court system, the DCF system, and hold them accountable because of unfair practices. They did not know this. And they have so much information that they're using as ammunition to say, like I said before, return to sender, and it's holding everyone accountable. Every T will have to be crossed and every I will have to be dotted. And only the Supreme can do this. Only the Supreme in you can do this. From a pure place, from a clean place, from a righteous place. It's so good to be sitting here speaking with you and sharing this with you, because I know how thick the energy can get collectively and individually. And so if your walk is including a lot of dense circumstances moving through what you are, you're not going through anything. It is moving through what you are, and it will move. It will shift. You know how you know it will shift? Try to think one thought for 10 minutes. Just one thought. And Try to think that exact thought for 10 minutes and let me know if you can do it. Heck, I'll go for 5 minutes and see if you can hold that one thought for 5 minutes. Because I'd like to know. And you let me know in the comments if you can do that. So everything is temporary, everything is transitory, and everything is moving through what you are. And feel whatever it is you need to feel. I encourage that. We face all of our feelings because the feelings are not what we are. They are moving through what we are. And they can be guides. And it's all about the release. It's all about witnessing and release and trust. Most of all, trust. Trust the God in you. Trust the divinity in you. Trust your angelic self. And you will really begin to shift things in your experience, and you'll see that the bigger divine plan was there the whole time. And it's natural for us as individuals to personalize. Why me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? That's natural. That's a slippery slope, though, because that leads us right into victimhood, personalizing. There is a bigger picture to what you're experiencing. And I'm not going to say a silver lining. No, I'm not going to say that. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm speaking about is there is always a divine plan in place. Even myself, I've had individuals cross my path and I let them show up as they are. And that is the determining factor whether they will remain or not remain in my experience. That's just the way divine energy works. I can guarantee that you are able, if you stand back, go in, shut the outside world off and stand back, and I guarantee you will be able to flip, invert, that's the word, invert your experience. Right side up from upside down. You'll be able to reverse the curse, if you will. Right? Alchemical master. That's you. And I'm here to remind you. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Trust yourself. Trust your divine nature. Trust what's within you. Yeah, you've got this. I'll see you at the next one. Much love, much happiness, much good health, and much prosperity.